Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Iconoclasts. This game was apparently 10 years in the making. That is a surprisingly long time for a 2D Metroidvania game, but oh well, we'll work with it. There's not actually that much to see out in the options menu here, just the sound and music sliders, so we'll just load straight into my save game. I've got a save game here, just in case we need something really big to end off the video with, but mainly we'll be playing my main game, which is down here, almost 3 hours in. I actually tried loading in around 2.5 hours and found myself stuck in a lot of story cutscenes, because this game actually has a pretty in-depth story, but if you want me to sum it up in a few or so words, it's basically religious zealotry has taken over this planet. They've also got a lot of really fancy technology. You're fighting back because apparently you're the only person who could wield a magical wrench. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, we're just going to go have a little bit of a wander around. I know where we're going, thankfully, unlike last time, and I just walked straight into that. I deserved that damage, and I did not really deserve that damage, but whatever, we'll just keep walking on anyway. So, this game is a Metroidvania game, as I said before. It's a very basic Metroidvania game. It doesn't add much in the way of mechanics. What it really adds is polish, and lots of it. There is just, I mean, look at the animations on this thing. Like, seriously, this is one of the prettiest 2D games I've seen in a long time. The guy who was working on this obviously knows what he's doing when it comes to two-dimensional art, because the game looks absolutely fantastic, and all the animations just have a lovely handcrafted feel to them. Like, look at the idle animation here. Look at all that detail on it. That's just ridiculous for a game like this. And it just looks really nice. That's pretty much all I got to say about it. Seriously, it's just really nice to look at all the time. I don't think I've seen one bad or out of place piece of art in this game yet. But anyway, it's a Metroidvania game, so we should probably talk about the gameplay a little bit. There's a few things that are worth talking about in this one. So you've got a few mechanics to work with. You have jumping, obviously, and you've also got the ability to duck. You have a main weapon on the square button, which can be swapped out. So if I wanted to throw out this bomb that I have right here and completely miss everything, I could do that. And if I wanted to just use a pretty simple stun gun style thing, I could do that too. Nice and easy. But you also have a wrench on the circle button, and the wrench can also be used to parry specific kinds of shots, which is actually pretty cool, because it gives you a little bit of extra leeway in terms of attacking and defending, which is always nice. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there are some alternate mappings on the shoulder buttons for crouching and using your wrench, but other than that, that's pretty much the entire control scheme, which is actually pretty nice. It keeps the game nice and simple, and ooh, we're about to run into a story cutscene, which is nice. As I said, there is actually a lot of cutscenes in this game, and they do a good job with the writing, making everyone feel like their own different character, and adding a little bit of humor here and there. And they even make these little fancy animations for them as well. It's just some really nice presentation on the. It's just some really nice presentation on the cutscenes and all that. We're in the Shockwood, apparently. And we're talking to Kamiko Contra, which is actually pretty... He's actually a pretty insane guy. Bumps for the rumps? Okay. Even a little text effect going on there with the little waviness and the shakiness and all that. Just as that... There's a lot of those little touches. Those tiny little touches, those little bits of polish that just make a game stand out, and this game has a lot of those. It's just really well crafted for the most part. That's generally the idea I've been getting throughout this entire thing. It's just really well done. Alright, so it looks like we can smash right through the... Maybe not. Hang on, what does it say? Right. If I charge this up completely, then hop on. There we go. I was wondering how I did that before. Okay, right, that just gives us a platform to go back on. Save statue! So we can come here and save our game, which I will certainly do, just in case we die. Although you can retry as soon as you go. There is also a hard mode in this game, but I'm not entirely sure what it does. It might be in the manual, but I'm not going to go look at that right now. But anyway, so you have these things called tweaks, and tweaks are actually interesting. So the way it works is that you get 3 of them, and I've got 3 equipped right now. One saves me from 1 hit, one makes my wrench hurt a little bit more, and the one I just equipped makes me move a little faster. But if you take damage, these will actually break, and you'll need to go and get them repaired via means of finding them in the... via finding these little tokens that you can get by, like, killing enemies and stuff. Come on. There we go. Nope, never mind, I'm out of charge. Right, because I have to reverse the polarity on the thing. There's a little bit of Star Trek tech speak for you. Tech speak, I should say. How the hell do I get in there? Bomb? Yep, that'll do it. Charge it up, and down we go. It's got a sting. Don't know what that does, but it did something. So, at least it makes it so that you can... At least it makes it so that you have a reason to avoid damage overall without having to do something a little bit ridiculous. Alright, hang on. I have a feeling that'll work. Just keep it going there. There we go. Oh, no, it doesn't stay there. Right. So this is pretty much the majority of the game, more or less. It's wandering around corridors and looking for puzzles to do, because the one thing that people may not like about this game is that it doesn't really do much in the way of... It doesn't really do that much in the way of iterating on the Metroidvania-style concept, and that's kind of weird when you think about it. You'd think a game that's been in the works for 10 years would be good at this sort of thing. But looks like it doesn't. It just uses, like, sure, there are some neat ideas, like using the wrench as a movement tool and stuff like that, but other than that, there doesn't really seem to be that much going on with it, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but... I'm just saying, if you're expecting anything outside of a typical Metroidvania, like how Rabi Ribi added bullet hell, just to use it as an example, then you're going to be disappointed. Just FYI. But what is here is still pretty damn good. Seriously, everything feels right. The combat, despite being relatively easy with its giant... Despite being relatively easy with its giant, brain work with me here. With its giant bullets and its huge wrench and all that. Despite all that, it's still really nice combat. For the most part, anyway. Ow. That's not what I was meant to do. And now I'm gonna pay for it. Oh, not this shit. Yep, there we go. That was a bad mistake on my part. Thankfully, there was a save just right outside that door. Also, if I retry, maybe it'll even put me back in the same room. I haven't died outside of boss fights yet. No, it just put me back at the last save game I made. Alright, let's move on then, shall we? There are a couple of other things that are a little bit weird. Like, you do have extra party members, but they don't really seem to do much. Other than, you know, just to be there for story purposes. Actually, no, that's a lie. There is this one boss fight that you do where you fight a... Hang on with me here. Where you fight this giant robot, and that's not really a spoiler for this game because there are a ton of giant robots. But there are a lot of boss fights, and some of them are unique, some of them really aren't. There is this one in particular where you... Right. Okay, fire a bomb through here, jump, and get on top before it explodes, and we get thrown back across the other side. Awesome. Right, as I was saying. Right, hang on, I think I've got to be up on top here to get on that platform. But yeah, you fight this robot, and it makes you basically work with your teammate in order to do it, which is a nice trick, but other than that, you're basically fighting everything by yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Not really. Just figured it was worth mentioning. It's a little odd. Oh, Jesus. Right, I should have gone on top of that. Now I'm... Well, I'm not screwed, but I have to work my way back up there again now. Yeah, this is basically it. Puzzle platforming, pretty simple combat. I do have a boss file saved, so we can go back and check that out later, but for now, we'll just see if we can find our way to the actual... Oh, bollocks. We'll just see if we can find our way to a boss fight without having to rely on a save state. Or a save file, or whatever you want to call it. Game's also got pretty good music and sound effects and all that lovely little jazz. I've got... Oh. Right, okay. I understand now. Right, I already sent it over, and that's how I get the bomb there to break my way out of this. So let's go all the way back again, and that's not actually what we're meant to do. Oh, well, no, that's right, that's right. There we go. I'll get there eventually. I'm usually not this incompetent, he says, lying through his teeth. It's always just when I get on video that I can't figure shit out for myself. Clear out the tower. Just making sure that I'm not going to get steamrolled by that as I go through. Right. That's not what I meant to do. Right. Fire straight up. That always works. There we go. Now, why can I drop down here? Hold it to charge the electric wrench. There we go. No, it's probably just because it wants me to get back up here. Okay. Why did I come here in the first place, then? That's odd. Take her up. Did I just go around in a big circle? What was that about? Surely I'm... No, apparently I'm not missing anything. So yeah, this is your menu for checking things like your tools, your things you've built, and your map. But other than that, it doesn't really do that much else for you. But then again, having the map is always a nice little thing. Now, where the hell do I go from here? I guess I have to go to the left. Fair enough. To the left it is. See what's in the crate. It's probably some... Yep, it's Improvium. It's a material for the crafting. That's pretty much what's in every crate. There's no standalone sort of weaponry in this one, in this Metroidvania, or anything like that, outside of like the really major upgrades. What the hell is this thing? I imagine it's immune to pretty much anything I can throw at it. Right, I think I know what I'm doing here. If it suffers from knockback, dead. This guy's hungry for some reason. No, that doesn't work. Okay, bomb from behind will also do the trick for them. Very good. There we... Hey! Come on! What's going on? Alright, apparently you can't do it on slow. Make sure I'm fully charged before I go through and get my shit kicked in. Unload the charge. Charge myself back up again. There we go. It's not weak to bullets. There we go. Just had to get the parry timing right. Was hoping I'd get an opportunity to test that, and well, it gave me it. And apparently I can't parry worth a shit because I just died. Wonderful. Oh no. I didn't save before I went through that huge ass platform room, didn't I? Screw it, we're just gonna head this way and hope that we can... Oh shit, I don't have the key. Oh, you've got to be fucking joking. Right. I'm gonna have to go and take care of that again, so this is gonna be a jump cut. Alright, we're back in the Harrier rocket place, and... Well, let's see if I can actually do it this time. There we go. That's more like it. Very Metroid-y, this room. Like... Yeah, this room feels super Metroid. Pun not intended. Ow. Oh, that one hurt me physically. Jesus. Oh, whoa. Hey, hi. Giant underground space tech worm? Okay. Right, I'm guessing I have to go back the other way now. Go back to the other lift in the room with the save statue and use that to move on. I think, anyway. I'm gonna save just to be safe now that I know that it won't actually restart me in the same room, unlike 2 Who Double Focus, which is like one of the best examples of that, because that game was crap. Actually, no, that wouldn't be the right way. No, that's where I came from, right. It'd be back down here in the save room then, wouldn't it? Let's just go get this crate again. Nope, too late. Screw it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Okay, this door's open now. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's not you. It's you're one of the other dudes. What's going on here? Whoa, this is something that will definitely kill me. That is actually interesting. The game does have a bunch of other secrets as well. Like you do have things hidden around, like special rooms and stuff like that. What the hell? Okay, what am I... Okay, right. I get it. I get it. That's a way. The game does have things like special rooms hidden around as well. But I mean, other than that, it is super basic Metroidvania, and there is really nothing wrong with that. Like, not in the slightest, absolutely. But just saying, that might not be some people's cup of tea. They might want something else with their Metroidvania, like Ravi Ribby's Bullet Hell. But I mean, I'm here. I'm enjoying it. It's very well crafted, quite well designed, and it just looks really nice, sounds really nice, plays more than adequately, plays perfectly. Well, not perfectly either, but plays really well. What's this? Charge this up and... I don't know what I did, but apparently I turned that on. More schematics for tweaks, you find them from time to time. We actually do have a tweak table here. What, did I get anything interesting? Stay electrified for longer, and that's pretty much it. That's unfortunate. Alright. I'm guessing... Just fucking... Nope, that's not how you do it. I'm guessing there's something to do over there. Key, huh? What about you? Do you know anything about the key? Oh, I guess it's over here. Oh, ow. Bugger off, guys. Okay, I understand. Right. So I need to charge myself up. Let that come through. Swap my bomb. Drop the bomb. And then exhaust my electronic supply. Apparently that didn't work. Right, let's try that again. Charge up. Let it come over. Shoot the bomb straight down. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay. That was weird. Oh, I've just... Right. Just nothing else in this room here? Nope, we can still go directly upwards. How did I not notice that? Yeah, I'm dumb. What do you got to say? Oh, great. It's one of these sorts of puzzles. Whenever I leave, everything is undone, so what's the point? As I said, the game's got a nice little sense of humor. Did I say that? Actually, I admit that I'm not particularly... Alright. So if I jump on this, fire the bomb. There we go. Now what? Jump. Okay, that really didn't... Okay, no, right. I got it. Now what? Right. So apparently I need to change the polarity, but if I change the polarity, I won't be able to get back up there. So what does this have to do with it? Oh, a key, and a lady lying on a bed. Okay. I don't know why you want me to leave you alone, but if that's what you want. I'd like to see what the reward is for this room, just in case I don't actually need to do it. Because you know how annoyed I'll be if I end up doing it, and there's no point. Other than just like an upgrade chest. So how can I change the polarity from here while still getting up there? Because I need to be down at that switch to do it. I will actually just like switch it. Yeah, now that just carries me upwards like that. Right? Yeah, and that'll just carry me back towards that. What happens if I use this now? Not much, apparently. Let's go back. Is there any other way? Yeah, down. Yeah, I should be able to unlock that door. Right, yeah, there's a door down there that I can use the key on. Let's go do that. It's probably the way I need to go. What's going on? Oh, it's another story cutscene. Awesome. I think after this cutscene, no matter which way it goes, really, I'll load up the boss fight that I have prepared on my other save file and go and do that instead, just to end this video off, because we're approaching 30 minutes record time, and I know I have to take out that jump cut, but that was only like a minute or so. So... Can't stop saying so. Ooh, boss fight? No, it's just a self-destructing house. So why did the house explode? Like, we did see it happen earlier on in the story, but what was the reason for the house exploding? Was it literally just people going inside of it? That is really odd. I'm quite confused, honestly. Oh, no, she's actually up. That's good. Oh, I'm actually playing as her now. Well, that's a nice change. And there's a save statue. We'll save and do what I said before. Instead of going further into the story and risking spoilers, we'll go back to the main menu and actually go fight a boss fight that's earlier in the game, because it's not only is it less of a story spoiler, but it's also quite graphically impressive. So let's load up game slot 1. I do believe... yes. Where can you go with a new bomb shot? Oh yeah, this is Royal. I've got a bomb. This wasn't actually the boss fight I was thinking of showing off, but I'll make it work. Bomb in the hole. Game's performance is absolutely fine for the most part. I've noticed it runs about, I don't know, mostly 60. Like, I've seen 1 or 2 times where it's dropped, but nothing too outrageous. Nothing even really close, honestly. The game just runs pretty well. You can see how all my slots are broken, and now that the game is like, ooh. Oh, is that it? Wait, no, wait a minute. If I remember correctly. No, we'll keep going, just so you can see this, because if I remember how this goes... Oh no, looks like we have to walk there. And I don't remember where it is, although I think it's directly to the right. Let's just keep going just for the fun of it. Well, finally made it. That was an embarrassing amount of looking around I actually had to do, but let's actually go and do this, shall we? The performance of my capture is actually dropping a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why. It looks fine on the Vita. I just want to show this cutscene and this boss off because it's probably the best thing in the game so far. So you might be noticing the sun flickering in the background there. That's actually kind of odd. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. You can see what I mean about religious zealotry going on in the story here. And here comes a really entertaining boss fight. Anytime now. The game's frame rate appears to be dropping on the capture, but on the Vita itself, it's absolutely fine. Just look at the art of that helicopter. Look at it. That is one nice two-dimensional helicopter. With a gigantic robot arm, because why the hell not? And there we go. Right. Bombs. Probably avoid those. Go, laser. And I think that white screen is a good place to end it on, just for the purpose of dramatic tension. So, that was a look at Iconoclasts. It doesn't do much outside of the traditional Metroidvania formula, but it's really well polished, has some good ideas, and I'm enjoying it a hell of a lot, so I would fully recommend it. More or less. I don't really have that much wrong with it, which is really nice. It runs really well, looks great, sounds great. Pretty much everything about it is great. So there you go. Go and buy it. It's well worth your money. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.